Hi, Isabel. Welcome to your reading. So, let me just get all this organized. Okay, so we're going to start with taking 3 deep breaths. We want to connect to your higher self, to your guides, to God, to guide you, to bring about the messages, for me to channel the messages that are for your highest good, what you need to know right now to help you along on your journey. Amen. Okay, here we go. So, I'm going to start with your numerology. Life path 3, soul urge 9, personality 3, destiny 3, birthday 4, attitude 4. Beautiful. You have the Trinity 333 and 9. So this is all cohesive. Birthday, attitude, both 4. Attitude 13. Challenges 5, 4, and 1. Addiction, organization, caring what other people, or not letting other people tell you what to do, wanting to be independent. Okay. Your glyph is Simi, your tone is 9 as well, so you got a soul urge 9 and a tone 9. Pretty awesome. Planet Mars. Okay, so I'm going to start with your soul life path, or your life path, which is the 3, which we all know. You have the personality 3, you have destiny 3, so you are the communicator. You have 3, 3, 3, destiny 3, personality 3, life path 3, which means you are communicative, you are creative, you're filled with joy and, fun. People like being around you. And look you got the creative card. And you got 9 over here, the Nile crocodile. That's your soul urge. So, we know 3 is creative, communication. 9 is the humanitarian. So your soul urge wants to help people, wants to change the world. It just doesn't really know right now exactly what that is. So we're going to look into that here as well. Lead with love. 21, whenever I see 21, I'm a 21 as well. So we both have the same life path. I think that's why a lot of my readings resonate with you. 21, which is peace, love, and harmony, and 1 is leadership. So we want to lead with love, with our hearts. We don't want to let our, be taken advantage of, but we also want to be aware how we communicate with others, because our communication skills we can convert anybody, you know what I mean? But we don't want to go with our ego. We want to make sure that everything we say is out of love. We want to make sure that everything we say is out of truth. Sometimes 3s have a tendency to, I wouldn't say over-exaggerate, but make a story more vibrant. I think that's how you're able to create metaphors and things like that. It's easier for people to understand a metaphor and a story versus the actual written text, So always pull from yourself to get these messages through. Make sure they are from truth. Make sure they are of love. And and your soul urge is the humanitarian. You want to make a difference. But it's also a completion of cycles. And a lot of 9s, they have a lot of family issues, a lot of communication problems with family. So we want to make sure that you understand that everybody is on their own journey with their level of consciousness and understanding. And that it's got nothing really to do with you. It's got everything to do with them. When we are able to have self-reflection and self-awareness, it makes it easier to understand another person's journey. Just remember the times that you've been in those situations, whenever we judge another's journey. Remember, hey, you were there at one point, if not in this life, in a past life. Right there. And these are all lessons and blessings. So every lesson is a blessing. Every lesson is a blessing. Okay? Now, I'm going to start with a couple things here. So, your glyph is Simi. Simi. Awareness of the concept of time, the realization that a lifetime is finite and has more to do with cycles of experience than endings. You know that you are making your way back to divinity and then choosing your next arena of experience. You become aware of the preciousness of life here on earth, and you want to make the most of your life. You have a strong desire to understand the things of this earth, and you have great courage and daring, which moves you into new experiences. So, understanding, once again, lessons are blessings. So that goes really well with Simi. The experience, every experience leads to a new experience, a new level of consciousness and understanding. So the aha moments, anytime you get an aha moment, it's a level up to me. It's a level up in your game of life. Like, okay, I understood something now that I didn't understand before. So it's like, I get it. Okay, this is what we live for. We live for these aha moments. It looks really peaceful. I don't know if you can see the little Simi here. Little peaceful guy. Okay, so, and your tone is 9. The energy highway that links all things. Tone number energy 9 is our direct link to the higher frequencies of other realms of existence. You can write out on tone energy 9 all the way up the frequency hierarchy to the source of God. Tone 9, which is actually 9 is the most spiritual number in numerology, the most evolved. It contains all numbers of all the other numbers in it. If you think of pi, it all comes back down to 9. Everything is 9, indivisible of 3. So, tone 9 energy is part of everything in creation. It is the electrical makeup of all that is. Just as we use a soft blanket to wrap a new baby, our Creator uses tone 9 energy to wrap and snuggle all of creation. It is comforting energy, and it is the reason we remember that we have a Creator. It directly connects us to God. So comfort, cuddling, look, it's almost like she's being cuddled in a little blankie. That goes very well with the 9 card, the 9 tone. Connections also run in many different directions. Make sure this thing's even recording. Yeah, sorry. It just didn't look like it was recording. Okay. Connections also run in many different directions along this master grid work. And because of the way the grid work is designed, beings from other dimensions can use tone 9 energy to connect to planet Earth, to contact planet Earth. They simply ride down along the grid lines that extend out from Earth into the cosmos. Tone 9 energy, from our standpoint, is associated with angels, extraterrestrials, and the like. When we meditate with tone 9 energy, we may be invited to contact a being from another dimension. This is especially easy for people with a tone 9 birthday. Be selective about who you communicate with if you want to try doing this. Remember that the master grid lines lead everywhere. If the contact doesn't feel like pure love, clap your hands and tell it to go away. You wouldn't invite just anybody into your home, so be selective when it comes to beings from other dimensions. At the start of your meditation, state an intention that you want to contact only those beings of the highest light. Many angels and beings of the highest light will want to help planet Earth at this time and would be happy to communicate with you. Use tone 9 energy and communicate, and the communication will be easy. So we're getting rid of anything we don't want, go away, and only inviting in love and light, the tone 9 energy. Okay? So, oh yeah, and your planet was Mars. Yeah, so it says the energy to learn from mistakes. Mars has a history of war and destruction. It is a place of desolation, and the original inhabitants are gone. It is currently used as a space station. New energy is now coming into Mars from our Creator to restore the balance and peace. If this is your birthday planet, you will be very aware of the dangers of nuclear war. You will be actively working to promote peace. Okay, so it's all coming together. It's all coming together. If you look at it, it looks like almost looks like a little vampire base. Mars, this one right here. Okay, so working on peace, working on getting along with others. You know, sometimes we communicate, other people don't like to hear what we have to say. It creates a lot of problems. It creates a lot of miscommunications. So we really want to be able to communicate tactfully. And it doesn't have to be, you know, it could be neutral. It doesn't have to be compassionately, kindly, like it just has to be neutral as long as it's not hurting somebody and you're just speaking the truth. Okay. So, and your birthday and your attitude are both 4, 13, 4. And that is all about building foundations for the future of humanity, and how you're going to build those foundations. It's a fine balance between 3 and 4. 4 is very logical. 3 is very emotional. So we want to bring those together and balance it out. 3, 4, 4, 3. And it's about building foundations for the future, teaching others, teaching the way, leading the way with your creativity and your communication skills. So it's asking you to, your life destiny, it's to communicate. That is your destiny, to communicate your truth to others, to communicate what you know, not be afraid to communicate what you know. Okay, so there we go. We're going to start with your sacred geometry card for today, which is openness. You can meditate on this for 5 minutes. On this side, you could pause it, do a screen grab, meditate on this side. Let me make sure it's in frame. Yeah. And it'll be a subconscious message for your DNA. Okay. Now, Akbal. I love Akbal. You know why I like it? Because it looks almost like it almost looks like a sailboat in the water, sailing. And it almost makes me think of that song by Incubus, Aqueous Transmission, flowing down the river. And then you got the moon behind you, which is the illumination, which is intuition. So it's beautiful. It almost looks like a pumpkin too. Pumpkin head. Halloween. So it's referencing Halloween. Maybe you love Halloween because it's a very creative, it's a time to be very creative. You can be whatever you want to be on Halloween. And it's asking you to really tap into that Halloween energy right now, to really have fun with it. Bring your creative juices out. Okay, so, and this looks like an eye. So the all-seeing eye, the eye of the third eye, illumination, clarity. Really tapping into your intuition. I have a feeling you have very good intuition yourself. You just have a hard time trusting it. So we want to learn to trust our intuition. Openness. The energy of openness helps you take an honest look at yourself. Quite often, we have all sorts of saboteurs working against us at a subconscious level, thus preventing us from feeling what truly occupies us. This energy helps us recognize this and experience ourselves at a deeper level. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to do your song. So, one second. Let me close this out and open it back up. Whoops, I don't know why that opened. Here we go. Okay, so your song for today is I'll Be Edwin McCain. Immediately with this song, I hear emeralds from mountains thrust towards the sky, never revealing their depth. And this is you being afraid to reveal your depth and all your knowledge and wisdom that you have, communicating it to others because you're afraid of maybe people not being open to it. But it's emeralds from mountains thrust towards the sky. Emeralds are love and compassion. Whenever I see emerald, I know that we have jade here, but that's green just like emerald. And that's the love, the compassion, our heart chakra, that heart energy. And it also reminds me of the emerald tablets. If you've ever heard of the emerald tablets, I think it's a very short read. You can find them online. There's a Crystal Link Vault, I think, has it. You could just Google emerald tablets. I have a feeling that you'll get a lot of information from that. A lot of openness. Okay. So, Akbal. So openness. Yes, be open to all the stuff that comes through. Be open to, if you do read the emerald tablets, be open to what it has to say. It's kind of a hard read because of the way the messages are channeled, but I have a feeling that you'll really understand it. It'll really resonate with you. You'll be like, ah, I get it. You'll have the aha moment. Because your birthday on year 4, it's very logical, and sometimes it wants physical, tangible proof of things. And so this is asking you to be open to what comes through, spirit-wise, message-wise, and not be so skeptical. Really be open to it. Don't second guess it or question it. Okay, so Akbal almost reminds me of like oddball. So the nine tone is completion of a cycle. So you are completing a cycle right now. I have a feeling you're transitioning. Okay, so the 9 cycle, completion of a cycle, moving into new abundance. It's like, oh, I'm almost done with this cycle. Holy cow, it's been a while. Okay, Akbal. So Akbal is a night house. It's about looking into the darkness, not being afraid. I have a feeling there's a lot of fear of death here, or fear of dying, or fear of losing people. Don't be afraid. This is a natural process that happens. Nobody ever really dies. We just transition to a new frequency. It's like changing a radio station. Okay? Just because we can't hear what's on the other radio stations doesn't mean they're not there and talking, you know? It's about tuning in to that frequency. So, Akbal. Wait, I want to see something about Simi real quick. So, Simi is about death. So your glyph is Simi. You know what? I want to actually find... Oh, I did show you a picture of it. This little thing. Okay. So Simi, it says, the shadow wisdom is feeling the need to be in control, fear of death, depression, struggle, and resistance. And it's like resisting change. When we hold on to things, we get depressed. It causes depression. It's like just surrender. Let it take you. The shadow transformation is surrender to the pattern of perfection. Listen to the part of you that is calling for death and transformation. Receive its wisdom. So what needs to die in order for you to move forward? What needs to end? What cycle needs to be completed for you to move forward? I release, I let go, I surrender, I forgive. And the number is 6. So for Simi is 6. So we have 369 all in your charts. That is the Nikola Tesla 369 vibration. It equates to the creators of Earth. Without 369, Earth does not exist. So we want to grow. And the stone, oh wow, so Simi, also emerald and jade. Stones, malachite, jade, emerald. Interesting. So you're an emerald. I have a feeling. I know it's not your birthstone, but I have a feeling that, you know, there's diamond energy. There's, you know, all sorts of energy that comes through, and a lot of people are on this emerald energy, and I have a feeling you're in the emerald energy. That love energy. Okay. So we're gonna go back to Akbal now. Akbal. There we go. And so this is all about dream time, dream work, dream state, finding answers in the dream. And look we have it again here. So I have a feeling that you have a lot of dreams, whether they be prophetic or whatever they are. Hold on a second. Sorry. Okay, sorry, there's some construction going on outside. So that's interesting. Dream work, construction work, really constructing your reality. So anytime, we always look at the signs around us in order to find the signs. So let's see. The shadow wisdom is viewpoint, too internal and subjective. Depression, self-judgment, fear. So depression came up twice already. For your semitone and for this Akbal. The dark night of the soul. This is what I'm seeing with you right now. This dark night of the soul. And the answers are coming to you in your dreams. You need to be open to this. The transformation is be willing to examine how you judge and evaluate yourself and others. Embrace and follow your inner shadow process to learn from their gifts. So, learn from the dark aspects, learn from your jealousy, learn from your envy, learn from your anger, learn from it. Learn why does it bring out. So when we're looking at people and we're judging their journey, we're so upset about it, like, oh my God, how could they be that way? It's a reflection of your past life. They are all a reflection of who you were or once were, and it's about loving them unconditionally, because even though you might have been an asshole in your past life, you still want people to love you. You still wanted love, right? And so this is what is asking you. You're seeing people that are you think are unlovable because of their behaviors, but we want to love them anyway, because we don't need to love their actions and what they do, but we love them as human beings who are also going through a journey. We always have to look at everybody as a baby child, right? You look at them as who they were when they were a baby, and that allows you to have more compassion and love for them. Okay, so very cool. Simi, you got 333. That's freaking awesome. I'm sure you will probably be seeing 333 everywhere if you already haven't, as well as 44. Very cool. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Lord Kuthumi. I actually... No, okay. Here we go. So Lord Kuthumi is the world teacher. In his incarnations as Saint Francis, Shah Jahan, who built the Taj Mahal, and Melchior, one of the wise men, Lord Kuthumi practiced harmlessness, love, and wisdom. These energies are encapsulated in this card. So you are encouraged to spread knowledge and spiritual truth to others with humility and inspiration. So we don't want to act like we know everything. We want to give them as much knowledge as they can understand and plant the seeds for growth if they don't. So it says, be ready to learn, for Lord Kuthumi is drawing your attention to something important. He is a member of the Brotherhood of the Golden Robe, those who take in and transmute the pain of the world. If you are sensitive to energies, ask him to wrap you in his light. I am open to learning and teaching. And I have a feeling you might be an empath. This energy that's coming through with this card is the empath energy, really being affected by the people around us. That's why the judgment thing, you know, we don't want to judge other people's journeys. We want to protect our energy, because though we are empaths, we can master that where it no longer affects us anymore. And it's not saying being apathetic, but it's able to disconnect from the pain and emotion and see it from a higher perspective. Why is it happening? Versus feeling it just to feel it. It is a form of telepathy, so it can be mastered. So Lord Kuthumi. I actually have a book that I want to read real quick. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Let me see if it's in here. Kuthumi, yeah. So, Kuthumi is all about dedication and life purpose. If you find yourself distracted from your major goals and life purpose, ask Kuthumi to help you maintain diligence when it comes to your priorities. He'll help you organize your schedule in a balanced way. Ask him to help anytime you feel overwhelmed by multiple tasks. So if you've been having problems with your life purpose, he's a great ascended master to call upon. Dearest Kuthumi, I ask for your intervention. Please remove all distractions from my mind and schedule, allowing me to focus completely on my true life's purpose. Please let any life changes occur gently and peacefully, and help me notice my spiritual guidance and divine will. I now release to you any ego-based fears that would deter me from my path. Help me recognize when I procrastinate with respect to my purpose, so that I may be fully immersed in joy and spiritual service. So, let me look at this real quick. Let me show you this. I think you could see it. It's the bottom one. Well, anyways. Now, it's only on, there we go. So in case you want to pause it and read it to yourself anytime. But here's the kicker. So I had a bookmark placed for something else next to it, and it was peace. And life principle number 12, which is the 3, the life path, your soul, your personality, your destiny. And Yeah, and it's page 13 on the other side of it. So that's pretty interesting. And page 12 on the other side of it. Those are your birthday, your attitude. It was all on that same page. Like, what kind of synchronicity is that? So that I have a feeling that that peace card is going to have a big message for you. Okay, moving on to Skull of Light, Illumination. Here we go. Very cool card. Okay, Skull of Light. We can stay in the dark, exist only in the midnight hours, but shining the torch, the victory is ours. So I'm getting the message for this is, it says, as the famous psychotherapist Jung suggested, knowing our own darkness helps us cope with the darkness of others. So yes, this also came through over here. Similar card. It's almost like a similar skull-looking face. Looks very similar. It's about facing our dark and taking the time to know thyself and to seek understanding of the more destructive or shadow natures can lead to huge happiness and less anxiety. So owning up to our shadow self, our jealousy, or things like that, being honest with ourselves, you know? The idea of being shown the way in the most difficult of times and always knowing that we are never alone in the darkness. In the darkness are the keys to the magical elements. Light is usually a comforting thing, yet sometimes we do not really want to see the boogeyman under the bed. It is too scary, too big, and we know not how to defeat it. Yet by simply shining the torch upon such darkness, the victory is ours. Should the Skull of Light enter your life, know that it is time to open yourself fully to the clarity of bright illumination. Allow yourself to be seen, to see and act upon what is shown to you. The time has passed for hiding, for pretending, and for swallowing our discomfort by accepting the status quo when it really doesn't suit us. Yes, so let go of what other people want for you. Don't be afraid, and be yourself. Shine your light on all the dark aspects. Illumination. Clarity. Understand yourself to understand others. You know, when you understand why you do things, and it's easier to understand why other people do things. And it's not about projecting our thing onto others, but really having a deeper understanding. Because sometimes we meet people, we don't understand why they are the way they are. But we would have to just look back at our past and see, oh, they probably went through something that we haven't gone through yet. So that is why they behave that way. Yeah, okay, so, and I love this. This is the halo. Anytime I see the halo, it's the connection. And look, we have 2 halos here already. That is telling me that you have this the Christ consciousness connection. You are connected to the spirit world. You are open to it. You know, it's all there. You are very intuitive. It's asking you to tap into that intuition. Okay, so now we go, and here's 9 again. So we got 9 and 9. So that is Jade Dreamwork. Jade is also the stone for Simi, which is your glyph, your Mayan glyph. And it says, if Jade has come to you today, it's time to take notice of your dreams. And so this was also a dream one. Over here, understanding your dreams, look into your dreams for answers. I recommend apophyllite. It almost looks like crystal quartz. You can find it at any crystal store. It's a great stone for dreaming. Jade has come to you today. It's time to take notice of your dreams. This can be relevant on 2 levels. The first relating directly to the dream state that occurs when you sleep, and the second to your goals and ambitions in life. What are your dreams? Whichever it is for you, the message is the same. Listen, assess, and then act accordingly to embrace the necessary changes. Both the above levels of the word dream interact, often giving rise to each other. This little fact is often overlooked. Write down all that occurs while you sleep, as you may just be creating your future. Jade only comes into life when we need to know that anything is possible, and we are truly limitless in our ability to manifest. Now it's time to live your dream into the realization, whatever it is. Take steps so the rest of us can see it. This is the most sacred stone of the Ascended Master, Serapis Bey. He may be calling you. Serapis Bey. Okay, so 2 Ascended Masters have come through already. Kuthumi and 3. Kuan Yin came through. Kuthumi and Serapis Bey. So I don't usually do this, but I've been guided to with you to pull. And once again, Serapis Bey has a bookmark on it. 66. 3, 4. Your numbers. No coincidence. There it is, 3-4. Interesting, 6-11. Okay, so I'm just going to read a quick little Serapis Bey here. Originally an Egyptian god of the underworld named Serapis, who was in charge of the ascension at Luxor. So that's who he is. He helps people work toward ascension through spiritual enlightenment. So I have a feeling you are ascending, you are seeking that enlightenment. And it's funny that the emerald came out in the song. The song is I'll Be by Edwin McCain. And emeralds from mountains thrust towards the sky. That it's coming through. Emeralds are coming through. The emerald tablets. Once again, Google it. It's free online. I think the tablets are online. And it also, Serapis Bey also motivates you towards physical fitness and staying in balance, having a healthy lifestyle. He's good for addictions. I did see that one of your challenges was 5, which could be a tendency to drink or have addictive patterns, such as sugar or food or alcohol or social media, anything that's not of moderation. And yeah, so when you're feeling lost and confused, you call upon Serapis Bey. He will guide you with improvements, instructions on self-improvement and clear communication with God. Excess weight and loss motivation, prophecy, being open. And he's great for artists, musicians, and creative endeavors. A lot of creativity here is popping through. I don't know if you're into art, music, or whatever, but that's coming through. I'm guided to say that as you were a child, I'm seeing this little child here. Whatever you were passionate about, here she is, this little child. Whatever they were passionate about as a kid, that's what you want to lean towards. Very, very interesting. Okay, Serapis Bey. And yeah, so that's 9. And it says, so dream work, Mayan culture. This is the Mayan culture. And here we go again. Your Mayan stuff is coming through. Almost past life stuff. Astral travel. I have a feeling that's coming through as well. Like astral travel or lucid dreaming. This is all dream work. So keep a dream journal if you haven't already. Okay. Moving on to lapis lazuli. This is pretty awesome again. A lot of Egyptian stuff is coming through, so I have a feeling that you have Egyptian past life as well. So this is coming through, lapis lazuli. Nile crocodile always pops through as well for Egyptian stuff for me, because it is when the Egyptians were going through their initiation process, they would put them in a tank, and they would have to have them swim through the crocodiles, a crocodile pit, and that showed that they were fearless, that they had no fear of death. And this is how the initiation is. We must not have a fear of death. Once we get rid of the fear of death, then nothing else phases us, and we're able to move through this earth with ease. So it's asking you to have no fear, whether it's losing somebody or you dying. Like, I have a feeling that's here. Okay. So now we're going to move on to lapis lazuli, past life. Lapis lazuli has arrived in your life today to share that you are currently undergoing healing connected to your past life experiences. I have a feeling it's Egyptian stuff. That's past life stuff from your Egyptian times. Our soul has... your current situation is reflecting thoughts, feelings, and memories that stem from past life. The fear. Our soul has experienced several lives here on earth and can bring issues that have not yet been previously dealt with back into the current life. This is known as karma, and it will affect your current life until you clear and heal the pattern. There are times when the depths of your experiences, emotions, and responses go beyond this lifetime, and you can feel as if you're living them all over again. If your current situation is one of soul connection, friendship, pain, fear, phobias, unexplained injury, or mixed and misunderstood emotions and feelings, know this stems from a past life experience. This is a perfect time to heal and clear those old wounds and experience from your field. If you feel entangled or stuck in a karmic relationship or situation, be comforted by the fact that the devas have arrived to assist you and bring in insight, awareness, and healing. This card can also suggest that you are connecting to and bringing through past life gifts and wisdom. Yes, the portal is open, is what I'm getting, and it's coming through. Make sure to honor and nurture this new knowledge because it will bring about massive healing, enriching your world by bringing welcome positive change and new inspiration. Allow this wisdom of the past to flow through into your current life and let it be your guide. Yes, so what I'm getting here is release the baggage of the past lives and only bring with you the gifts. This goes with ancestral lineage as well. We want to let go of the past struggles and challenges and fears and things that happened in our past lives, and we want to just bring with us the love, the strength, the courage, all the things of the higher vibration is what we want to bring with us. Actually, I have, let me look real quick. This is what we want to bring with us. Okay, so bliss, the freedom, the love, the joy, the appreciation, the gratitude, and the willpower. That's what we want to bring with us. We want to let go of the lust, the pain, the victimization, the suffering, the shame, the guilt, the fear, the anger, and the control, the need to control. We want to let that go. Okay? This life, past life. A past life could also be you 9 years ago because it's cycles. You were not the same person at all that you were 9 years ago, are you? No. So we want to let that go because peace is here. We have this peace, this inner peace. And I love this communication. This is that blue turquoise color. This is you, the communicator. This is what you're here to do. You're here to communicate. Okay, so we're going to move on to soul journey. Peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. This is a gentle reminder that balance in the mind is imperative in order for your soul to live its true nature. At this time in your life, you are to learn the value of peace and quiet and the joy of being still. One can never be truly connected to the source when the mind is engaged with unneeded chatter. Look around your life and be conscious of what elements are taking you away from the peaceful nature of your soul. Who or what is interrupting the solitude? It is time to reconcile past hurts and perceived injustices. Your peace may also be fostered by changing your outside view. Create harmony around you, physically with order and calm. Trust the voice of your higher self to create an environment in which you can truly be in tune with yourself. Find the peace and quiet. Find it. Find a place to meditate for 5 minutes if you can. And just let whatever thoughts come through, just come in and out. Okay? So, moving on to lessons and blessings. Let me just show you this card. It's very beautiful. Beautiful mandala. Mandalas are great. Okay, lessons and blessings. And I'm seeing this clock here. It almost looks like one of those locket clocks or like a pocket watch. And, interesting. 249? I think it's 249. Lessons and blessings. So it says you drew this card as a sign that situations you're currently experiencing as a result of prior lifetimes. Okay, that's popping up again. So we're working on past life stuff. If you have not heard of quantum hypnosis, I highly suggest looking into it. I'm going to be offering that sometime next year. I'm still working on how I want to do this, but there are a bunch of great quantum hypnotists online who are certified and can help you tap into this past life stuff that's kind of blocking your flow right now. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be past life when you died, but past life as in childhood memories, teenage memories, recent past, anything that's in the past, anything that is not now and that was in the past. Okay. It says this card means that you learned important lessons which are bringing blessings to your present lifetime. Congratulations! You mastered how to turn painful events and memories into growth experiences. You can apply the same strength to every area of your life. So it is about lessons and learning. And whenever we learn from a lesson, it turns into a blessing. So anytime you see a challenge and you know that it's going to bring a blessing once you overcome the obstacle, and we're not overcoming it just for the treat at the end of the rainbow, you know, for the pot of gold. We're doing it for the experience, for the journey. So, okay, so lessons and blessings. Now we're moving on to Nile Crocodile, 9. And 9 is always the completion of a cycle. I'm seeing a completion of a cycle here. 9, 10, 16, 17. We are ascending. You are ascending. You are ascending. And look at 22, the master number 22. Okay, ascension process here. Awareness. Okay, so that similar. Using your deepest sense of awareness can determine the best direction for you to take at this time. Crocodile advises you to pay special attention to the path you are about to embark upon. Divine universal guidance is offered here to transform any potential obstacles into opportunities. Crocodile asks you to pull back, slow down, and be aware of the decisions you are currently making in your life. It is best to make your choices based on what serves you and the lives of others for the greatest good. You may want to ask yourself, is what I want in the best interest for all involved? This perspective may simplify or clarify your decision. And it's asking you to have awareness, and it's also on page 16. 16. Yeah, we really want to focus on not hurting others in the process of ascending our growth. So if there is choices, and this can be any type of choice, like a breakup, moving, or whatever. Is it for all involved? If there's children involved, I always say, you know, I don't know if this has anything to do with you, maybe in the past, whenever there's divorce, I would prefer to have had 2 happy separated parents versus 2 miserable parents who keep trying to work it out and causing drama and mayhem. Separation is sometimes better for everybody. So I'm seeing this card as make sure that you really go to your heart for the answers when challenges come up. And be open to the messages that come through in your dreams, because it's guiding you. You've been dreaming about this. Whatever it is that's coming through, without even speaking to you or knowing about you, I know you've been dreaming about something. And you want to make it happen, and you want to make the right choices to get there. But it's about having compassion for yourself and others. And look at, they're both in flowers. They're both blooming. I'm getting bloom, 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 bloom. You are blooming. You are ascending. You are opening up. This is it. This is beautiful. I love Kuan Yin. She's one of my favorite ascended masters. She's all about love and compassion and peace. Let's talk about her now. Look at it. She's got that source energy around her halo. That's the halo. Beautiful. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Yes, we don't want to focus, like I had been saying up here, we don't want to focus on everybody else's journey and judging their journey. Just focus on us. Let's focus on us and let's see the love and light in everybody. So, gentleness is the strength behind true power, and it comes from feeding yourself with nourishing words, thoughts, deeds, intentions, and all forms of good. Shield yourself from harshness by placing intention to attract only kind and gentle life lessons in relationships. Transform harshness into gentleness by refusing to see anything but the shining light that's within each person and situation. This situation begins with your relationship with yourself. Be very gentle with yourself in all ways. Be happy, be kind, be sweet, but most of all, be true to you. And it says, release guilt and shame to heaven for healing and transmutation. Keep your thoughts about yourself and others positive. Avoid gossip or bad-mouthing of yourself or others. Forgive yourself or another. Don't be so hard on yourself. Release perfectionist tendencies. And it says, the Eastern goddess Kuan Yin hears all prayers and is the essence of purity, nurturing, and love, and gentle power. Kuan Yin is a bodhisattva, meaning that she's eligible for Buddhahood. Yet she has vowed to stay near earth until all beings are enlightened. This youthful and beautiful goddess helps us feel compassion and mercy toward herself and others. She's also a protectress of women and children, and she will awaken musical interests and abilities as well as psychic clairvoyance. So musical stuff is coming through. Psychic clairvoyance is coming through for you. Okay, and I'm seeing this past life thing that's coming through is something from your childhood. Something you think you did bad in your childhood, and it's saying, let it go. you are not that person anymore. You want to forgive yourself and move forward. And, you know, avoid gossip or bad-mouthing yourself and others, because it's like talking about yourself. So we want to let go of that as well. You don't want to do that. But she's coming in the creative aspect. So here's the creative card right here. We have all these beautiful unicorns. That's intuition, guidance, psychic abilities, clairvoyance. It's all opening up. I have a feeling your third eye is opening up. And you're seeing things differently than you have before. It's almost magical. Okay, moving on to the creative card. Like I said, I saw this in the beginning of the card. I saw you as a little child here, wanting to tap into the passion and creativity of childhood, what you love doing. Did you like acting? Did you like drawing, painting, singing? Something creative, building. I'm almost seeing building. So you're a creative person, which means you like to express your thoughts. And look, it's on page 16. 16, 16, 16, whatever 16 means to you. 777, which is about spirituality, truth, understanding. It says, you like to express your thoughts and feelings in artistic ways. It doesn't matter whether your artwork is perfect. What matters is that you express yourself creatively. This card asks you to spend more time being creative. That means doing something artistic, such as painting, drawing, singing, dancing, dressing in costume, writing a story, or taking photos. When you do something creative, you'll feel free and happy. Creativity also helps you see the world in new ways. You notice amazing new details in everyday life and see colors that you never noticed before. Creativity also sparks new ways of doing things, which also positively affects work and play. Doing things in the same way every time puts you into a rut. Ruts are major causes of stress, and stress can lead to sad or tired feelings. The best way to get out of a rut is by doing something creative. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you do it with a creative flair. And look at 16, 17. That creative is on both those pages. 16, 17. So that's a beautiful synchronicity. That means we are right on time. We are aligned. You are right. You are here where you're supposed to be. This is the Trinity, which is amazing. The Celtic knot. 333, 333. This is what this is. You just got the 333 card for your 333. This is super amazing. Nothing you do in a creative fashion will ever fail. I promise you. And if it does fail, it wasn't a failure. It just led you to something else. So, it says, so the gold crown of power, the Celtic knot, it's an alchemical symbol for fire and water. It's a three-legged symbol of a coat of arms. And this card brings with it a time of enormous power, balance, and expression. The first three rays, or the energies of divine, move with you equally. So, mind, body, and spirit, power and will, love and wisdom, intellect and mind. They're all intertwined. And it says, you are working intimately, even if you're not conscious of it, with ascended masters who are linked to these energies. Oh my God, Cthulhu, Serapis Bey, Kuan Yin. So, interesting. With the participation of the masters, you can raise your focus to a higher power and purpose. You can combine the fire of creativity with the water of receptivity in order to make your contribution to the world. So water. I was seeing lots of water here in the creative aspect. Lots of water here. I'm seeing lots of water here. Drink lots of water. Because when you drink lots of water, it's a conduit to energy and new ideas come through. Which reminds me to take a sip of water right now. Okay. And it says, with the gold crown raised high, you're likely to find yourself in a significant position of authority and influence at this time. It is likely to be a phase of great activity, but you can handle it. With these powers in play, you're able to discipline yourself to bring together the meditation, creativity, rest, and action required. Rest. I'm getting rest here. Take advantage of this time and use these powers well. There's nothing less than divine forces moving through you, so you can manifest their power in the world. So during this almost dark night of the soul enlightening period, we get very tired. I have a feeling this is happening to you. It's like, but look, we have green again, the emerald coming through. Earth, wind, fire, water, elements. Interesting. Rest. I'm getting like very tired energy, like, I'm just tired already. Rest. If you need to rest, rest. Because, see this dream stuff? These messages are going to come through to you in dream state. So if you get tired, it's like it's asking you to rest, because the downloads will come to you when you're sleeping. It's much difficult to come when you're walking around. Okay. Beautiful. And this is I'm seeing all the colors, so this is the Kundalini awakening. The chakras all aligned and awakening, opening that heart chakra, which the heart is, love is king. It almost reminds me of that Sade song, Your Love is King. Ruler of the heart. Okay, so now we're moving on to number 10. Archangel Michael. I love Archangel Michael. Look at that. Oh my God, these are, look at that. Cool. It's the harnessing of the elemental powers. Wicca, using the elements to create your reality. So I'm not sure if you're into like Wicca or, you know, magic, Harry Potter, all that kind of stuff. But that's what this is to me. The harnessing of the elements to create your reality. Okay, and I love Archangel Michael. He's one of my favorite angels. Guides me a lot of the step of the ways. It says, the angel sent you this card because of positive changes occurring in your life. Expect and enjoy beneficial new opportunities as they present themselves. This is an optimal time to make big and small changes. Take the leap with the knowledge that everything will work well for you. Old blocks are lifting and everything now moves forward quickly. If recent events shook your faith, you'll now see how they were actually positive for you. Rapid advancement is likely now. And this card is all about good luck, happy accidents, which I call serendipity, balanced karma, which finally means learning from your past and not making the same mistake twice, a miracle coming through, a twist of fate, destiny. That's pretty awesome. This is a great card. This is one of the best cards in the deck. So this is like all coming together. You are enlightening, you are ascending to bigger and better things. You are moving forward with clarity and purpose. All right, and I wanted to, before I move on to these, I wanted to move back to Kuan Yin because I pulled this card out for you. After I saw Kuan Yin, I remembered I had a Kuan Yin deck, so I pulled this card out for you, and it's number 7, which is spirituality, which is 7, 7. And it says, drink from the emerald fountain. And I had been getting water, I'd been telling you to drink, and emerald, had been talking about emeralds. So that's coming through again. So, number 7. And it says, you're at a point on your path where you need support to rise up and break through. You're invited to drink from the emerald fountain, to accept the love pouring endlessly from the heart chakra of the Divine Mother, as it would greatly benefit you, even in ways that you are not yet part of in your conscious awareness. May your spiritual thirst be sated, and may you be supported, assisted by the Mother Divine. And it's asked, and I'm getting highly, it says, your higher self set a spiritual schedule and is planning on being at a certain destination in time and space to set events in motion, to benefit from synchronicities and to be able to live out its divine purpose in the physical world too. The soul is very resourceful and is calling for divine help in getting to its destination on time. Yes, something is coming up. Something is coming that you've been waiting for. This ascension, this enlightenment, it is here. So I'm still getting the emerald tablets. Google is your friend. Google is our friend. And the emerald fountain is filled with love. It's love and content and peace. It's filled with peace. So the more you allow yourself to feel assisted, so asking for help when you need help, and accepting assistance without like, oh, I don't know if I should accept that help. But be discerning of who you accept help from, and are there hidden strings attached? Because some people do want something in return. So we want to make sure that when somebody's giving, that we know if there's strings attached. Okay. And yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, moving on to Angel de los Muertos, one of my favorite cards. It's so pretty. Just want to make sure that you can see that. Okay. Angel de los Muertos, number 16, and I'm going to read all of it because I love this. I love how Lucy Cavendish writes these. So her role is to take the fear out of the death, to help you to see it as a transformation, an opportunity, and new life. She is tender and warm and epic. She is kind and compassionate, and her tears fall as she gathers souls. She can speak to earthbounds too, and encourages those whose work is done, whose time has come to come home for a while to rest. Rest. As they deserve and as the soul needs. She visits those who are left behind with memories and encourages communication and transformative support messages to come through. She knows there is a rainbow bridge. Here's the rainbow. Here's more rainbows over here in the Nile crocodile. She knows there is a rainbow bridge between worlds, and more than once a year, most especially on Samhain, the old name for Halloween, All Saints' Day, or on the anniversary of the passing of a loved one, she helps messages from the departed come through with wisdom and guidance. For their children and friends who are still with the living, her love is boundless, but she has laws that she works within. So, it says, I bring you message from a loved one whose spirit seems to have already departed, but whose physical presence lingers on for you now, as he or she prepares to depart from this life. I ask you now to acknowledge your loved ones who are resting in spirit or creating new selves for their souls. You may soon be about to meet a beloved in a new form. I ask you to stay open-minded about the form in which the soul can come. And I ask you to be open to the message from the loved ancestors, for they have something to tell you. And it will come to you soon in a vision or a dream or a message during a daydream that will bring such sweet, tangible proof of what some people still call life after death. There is no death. There's only life and resting time and change. Be ready to be comforted and to learn more of the world beyond this world, which is always with you, but not always believed in or trusted in. Even when we send messages to you as clear as the flag in the sky. I love that. So it's also talking about dreams. If you've lost somebody, I have a feeling I'm guided to pull also from my Talking to Heaven deck for you. So I'll pull that in a minute after I finish reading this. So it says, the Angel de los Muertos appearance is in a reading signifies that you must not delay activating this lifetime's purpose. Her message is not only from those who have passed, but of the truth that you can activate your new life while you are still alive. It is no longer necessary to pass to recreate the life contract and purpose you have. Do not wish to leave in order to start anew. Believe that this life is a constant process of creation and that you are at a point where you can end a pattern without ending this life. So we want to get out of this depression, suicide, idealization, baloney. No more of that. Because this new earth is, like I said, it is superimposed onto this one. It's a frequency. So, you know, when we pass away, we just move into a higher frequency. Other people can't see us, but we can see them type of thing. That's how it works. So we don't want to be afraid of passing. Energy is changing and death is no longer the greatest reshaper. She comes to visit you now so the fear of mortality passes and so that you understand you can begin to rebirth yourself into a new life now. So we don't have to kill ourselves in order to start all over again. The new life can be now. So we want to let that go. That popped up on the other one too, the fear of death thing popped up in 2 other cards. So we want to let that fear go. It's just fear in general. Okay, and I'm going to pull from my Talking to Heaven deck because I was guided to. So I don't know if you've lost somebody, whether it's an ancestor or what they're coming through. It is not your fault. I'm getting that this childhood thing that's popping up here is not your fault. We all have experiences that we need to fulfill, prophecies that we need to fulfill within ourselves and in our life. I'm seeing like snow as well. It's not your fault. Please do me a really big favor. Stop beating yourself up, thinking that you caused my death or were in some way responsible for it. You were not. It's so hard from the earthly level to understand the spiritual elements of life. No matter what you think you could have done or should have done, I would have left anyway. I'm releasing you of any responsibility for my leaving. Please let go of any guilt. It will make us both feel better. The universe is perfect in its makeup, and what we think is a coincidence is just God's way of remaining anonymous. Trust me. Be kind to yourself, knowing that what I share with you is true. This could also be like a pet. I don't know. I don't know if you've lost anybody, but or somebody close to you has lost somebody. That's the message for them. It's not their fault. that over here. I'll put Kuan Yin over here. Okay, so we're moving on to beautiful little worm. We're almost there, we're almost there. Number 17. Get this out of the way. Okay, so this is this time for restoration, and you must slow down, wrap yourself in a metaphorical cuddly blanket, and drift just for a time. You may experience some sniffles, aches and pains, cold and flus, so it's time to take shelter from parties and lots of people, no matter how much they love you. It is now time for you to experience the solace you wish for, to take very good care of your beautiful self, to slow down and to heal in a safer environment you give to yourself. It is time to remember how loved you are, and that there are people and beings, including magical beings, who truly watch over you and care. You can spend time redecorating your room, moving some furniture, rearranging your desk, or even organizing all your files online. There will be someone you can trust nearby who will look after you, so you can relax and dedicate this time to yourself and to your cocoon. Remember to treat yourself with love and tender compassion, and others will follow. Before long, thanks to the comfort that you're giving yourself and the time out, your energy will resurge again, vital flowing bright and quick after this time of gentle sleep and rest. I'm also getting writing. I don't know if you write, but and it says, when you're going through deep change, you often are more vulnerable than at other times. The process of change can take a great deal of your available energy, and while you may feel well and know that you can get through it, at times a psychic dagger thrown by someone who feels rejected by your change, a bug who nestles into the hole left by your weakened immune system, or simply old negative patterns takes its last stand, as it knows you're ready to move on and tries to stop you. Yes, so we rest so we can recuperate and have our strength. You know, the butterfly sleeps in the cocoon and then it emerges. And I'm getting that. See, like he's a little worm coming out. The flower is opening, the worm is opening, blossoming, transformation. It's time. It's time to transform, and we need rest. And people don't like to see us change. You know, they're like, "Who are you? You're not who I thought you were." But you've always been that. It's just been hidden. We create all these alter egos to fit into everybody who we're around instead of just being our natural self. So it's all about being your natural self, and it doesn't matter if other people don't get it, as long as you do. And finally, we got time out, and this is a rose. I just posted something yesterday that said the twin flame roses, for me, is a twin flame gesture. Whenever you get a rose or see a rose, it's just beautiful. And even if your twin flame is not in this dimension with you, it finds a way to send you a rose in this dimension, from their dimension. And this is from your twin flame. Yeah. And 22 is a twin flame number to me. 22 and 11, anytime it's a master number. So time out. It says, see that corner over there? It's yours and yours alone. And it's time to claim that special space. It doesn't matter what's going on out there. It doesn't matter what others are saying. Everything except your own blessed joy is now history. Stake your claim and then take a break. It is all smooth sailing now. So, at the beginning I talked about Aqueous Transmission by Incubus. This also was talking about going with the flow. Water, receptivity, transmissions, must be open for them. And this is the master number, the ascended master number as well, 22, 11, 22, 33. So you have a lot of ascended masters, Kuthumi, Serapis Bey, Kuan Yin, Archangel Michael, that are coming through to help you. So, and the emerald tablets. It's time. And I'm seeing a lot of electricity. I don't know if you're having issues with electricity right now, electrical problems, electrical lights going out, or phone acting weird, or things like that, like, you know, phone moving on its own, lights flickering, TV channel changing, etc. This is spirit trying to connect with you. So when any of these things happen, look around and be aware of what's going on in the background, what's going on around you. It's trying to get your attention. It's trying to get you to notice. It's trying to get you to understand. Okay. Electric Love by Borns. I'm also getting that song, Electric Love. And now, finally, our closeout card from The Universe Has Your Back. And it says, there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Yes. So, there isn't. Truth is sexy. Truth is not just sexy. Truth is everything. We want to be truthful, but we want to be kind. We want to be tactful in our communication, in our truth. And it's okay. The right person will come along, the right people that will come along that are our soul family when we begin to embody our authentic truth. And I have a feeling you're just very creative, like almost writing stories, storyteller. If you haven't, I'm seeing it like a childhood thing, like creating stories, telling ghost stories, writing, but I'm not necessarily seeing it writing, but like telling stories, creative. So whatever, tap into that childhood stuff, whatever things that you're holding on to, or whatever love from childhood, and bring it to the surface. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for entering the contest. If you have any questions, this is going to be a private reading. Feel free to just leave a comment at the bottom and I will respond. So much love to you.